Noni Sucha. In 56, we see a small child from France who comes to the church, and the father, he used to help a lot in work. The father was very powerful. That child completes all his work today, and wine. The alcohol is kept below in the chapel. Chapel actually refers to a small church, meaning the small church then feels some commotion hereabouts and a terrifying sound comes. All right, he was very scared and calls the father. When the father arrives there, he found holy water. It's a place it's a place where you could banish spirits or any disease with stimuli. The water was boiling fast, after which it evaporates and a shadow is also visible, and then a terrifying scene was before eyes. This shadow was not someone else's, but it was Demon Nun who would lift that father into the air, set him on fire and kill him. In the upper part of this church that Demon Nun is shown, there we see a man carrying a bag. Now we want to see a Sister Irene in the story ahead. She was living in another church and was spending her life there. Was a girl Deborah there as well? His date had sent it to the church. Irene talks to him that my date didn't like me at all. They did not like him because they often did not iron. Whatever bad was about to happen, she would know beforehand. Anyway, there was talk about Nundiman in the church here now. It happens in France. We see a hostel school where a man named Maurice used to work. That hostel was run by a madam. She talks very angrily. The matter was that the son of that madam died a few years ago. He had died in the school chapel, that's why he was haunting the church. The only thing was that she used to speak in anger with everyone. In the same school hostel, a very lovely girl, Sophie, also studies. She has a very good friendship with Maurice. Some girls here who often used to bother Sophie Maurice. He always saved them from him, but there was something wrong with Maurice. He used to do gibberish behaviors. One day, when a girl comes to deliver stuff in school, she sees Maurice in a weird condition. He saw Patata. He was outside eating cockroaches because cockroaches clean the red bag. The school's madam had said this. Suddenly a demon comes out inside Maurice and he kills that girl. Inside him too there was no demon, meaning the man we saw at the beginning of the story, the one with the bag, was none other than Maurice, who had no demon inside him. She wasn't just killing everyone like that demon. There was some secret hidden behind it. Will come out in the story ahead. There, Irene also. Weird thoughts were coming up. Maurice appears in her dream asking for help. Even then, suddenly, Demon scares him by humming, which had opened his eyes, due to which he gets very straight scared. One day, those same girls who used to mock Sophie take her to the chapel. Over here, Medab had banned everyone's going. There was a goat on the window. She says to go and shine a torch in the eyes of that goat while playing games. If you even pay a little attention, the demon will come and kill you when Sophie watches him. So the annoying girls cleverly want to leave from there. Now she was completely alone. Suddenly her stomach begins to churn, Sophie's stomach. The demon was visible, from which she was scared. Anyway, then Maurice comes there and saves her. In the side, Sister Irene is shown, whom father pulls towards him and says that they give priorities in different cities again. And nuns are being killed. In France, a father was executed by burning. They were talking about the same father we saw at the beginning of the story. They say there's no demon. Now Nun has come back again. She is not dead. Whom you had competed before, you can defeat her again. Irene says, no, I can't do anything like this. Now they say no. You have to see all this because it's about the world and humanity. Hearing all the things, Sister Irene gains control over her fear and leaves. To solve this case, Irene heads to France where Taupaki Agite Adyachan, where the father was burned and killed, and then Deborah quietly joins her on the train. Then she says, you should not have come like this. If you found out in the church like this, you are coming with me without telling. You will go. The church will evict you, Deborah says. It doesn't happen. You know, my mom also died by burning. Anyone lives in me. Not seen happening to Moses. Listening to all these things, Irene says that when it happens, big miracles happen, and then these two reach France. As soon as they reach the church, they do Irene again. That same girl comes to mind who we saw with the father at the start of the story. Now she's with him. It is blooming there when Irene asks the child about the hands of that day. So he tells that yes, I had seen her in the church that day. That's when I saw her here. Here in the library, the books themselves turn and make Nun's room.